All right, let's jump right in. Today, we are going to tackle the massive forces that are reshaping our world. You know, if you've ever felt like things are just changing way too fast, well, you are not alone. So in this explainer, we're going to decode these huge shifts, and we're going to do it together.
Okay, so take a look at this. AI, inflation, global tensions. It really feels like a storm of headlines, doesn't it? But here's the thing. This isn't just random noise. Think of this list as the source code for that feeling of chaos. These are the megatrends, and today, we're going to make them make sense. So, with all this stuff happening, where do we even begin? Well, you start by creating a map, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to chart a course right through these complex topics, starting with the one that, let's be honest, hits closest to home for all of us, the economy.
First stop on our map, our new economic engine. Now, this isn't just about Wall Street and big corporations. Oh no, this is about huge fundamental shifts in how our money actually works and what our jobs are even going to look like.
It's really easy to hear a phrase like economic shifts and just tune out, thinking it's all abstract theory. But it's not. Look at this scene. What we're talking about happens right here, in the supermarket aisle. It impacts your wallet, your career, even the stuff you decide to buy.
So what's one of these big changes? Well, it's a mouthful. Deindustrialization. It sounds complicated, but the idea is actually pretty simple. Just imagine a giant factory. It's been in your town for like generations, and then suddenly it packs up and moves to another country where it's cheaper to make things. That single move has massive ripple effects on jobs and local economies back home.
And hey, here's something you've definitely noticed. Ever get that feeling that your favorite chocolate bar got a little bit smaller, but the price is exactly the same? Yeah, that's shrinkflation. Or maybe the ingredients changed, and it just doesn't taste as good anymore. That's skimpflation. They're both these sneaky little forms of inflation, where you end up paying the same for less.
So what this all adds up to is that these pressures, factories moving, prices changing in weird ways, they're forcing this huge rethink. Companies are basically scrambling to build brand new supply chains and whole new business ecosystems from scratch. And this global reshuffling, it's messy. It can lead to economic stagnation in some places, while sparking just incredible innovation in others.
Now you have to understand, these economic shifts, they aren't happening in a bubble. They are deeply connected to our next big topic, the incredible changes in technology and the scramble for global power that comes with it.
And let's be real, the biggest driver of technological change right now is artificial intelligence. AI isn't just some buzzword for tech people anymore. It is evolving at lightning speed, and it is fundamentally changing everything, from how we create art and music to how modern wars are actually fought.
And here's the thing you really need to get. In the 21st century, technology is power. Plain and simple. Having the most advanced AI is basically the modern version of having the biggest army or the strongest economy. It's what gives a country its clout on the world stage.
And this shift in power completely redraws the world map. We're moving away from a world that used to be dominated by just one or two superpowers, like a single throne of power. Now, we're in what's called a multipolar world, where influence isn't just in one place. It's spread out across many different nations.
But what happens when more people want a seat at the main table? Well, you get more competition, right? This big shift to a multipolar world is one of the key reasons we're seeing more geopolitical tensions and conflicts around the globe. You've got new powers challenging the old ones and trying to assert their own influence.
Okay, so we've talked about money and we've talked about power, but all of these huge changes have a very real, very human consequence. And our final theme looks at how people, actual human beings, are responding to this brand new global landscape. And that human response is something we see every day: global migration. We're talking about the large-scale movement of families and individuals crossing borders. It's one of the most visible results of all this global instability, a direct result of people searching for safety or just a chance at a better life. And what's so important to understand is that this isn't random. People are on the move because of the very trends we just talked about. A factory closes down, a conflict breaks out, a new technology creates an opportunity somewhere else. All these megatrends are the push and pull factors that are moving people all across the planet. Whew, okay. We have covered a lot of ground, right? From shrinkflation to multipolar worlds. So now, let's pull all of these threads together into one clear picture, something you can use as your compass going forward.
So, here's the big question. How do all these separate puzzle pieces actually fit together? What's the one big idea you should take away from all this? It really comes down to this. None of these things are happening on their own. It's all a chain reaction. See, new technology, like AI, changes the economy. A changing economy creates new winners and losers, which leads to global power struggles. And those struggles, mixed with the economic shifts, cause people to look for better lives somewhere else. And that whole chain, it affects you, right down to the price of your coffee.
Now, seeing it all laid out like this, it might feel a little intimidating. I get that, but I want you to see it a different way. This knowledge isn't supposed to be scary. It's supposed to be empowering. Understanding how all these things connect is like finally being handed a map when you're lost in a dense forest.
Because at the end of the day, that's what this is all about. You can't really navigate a world you don't understand. But with this map, seeing how it's all connected, you're no longer just reacting to change. You're actually equipped to anticipate it, to adapt to it, and to find your own path forward with confidence. Understanding is power. Thanks so much for joining me.